for watching another episode of Dirty Laundry, and this is Hot Hot Heat.
That wasn't so hard.
Yes, it was.
That's what you said?
I met you just before you signed with Warner, I guess. So you've gone off, you've been on a major label, now you're on Danger Bird. How has it been? How is this time the best part of it?
I don't know, it's 2 weeks. The record just came out a week ago, so we'll see.
I would like to reserve the right for them to still blow it. I mean, everything's going great so far.
When they take the blame, that's when you'll be happy.
If things go well, I'll take all the credit myself personally.
That's what happens. People take the credit and then they don't want any of the
Nobody wants to
blame.
take the fall.
Yeah.
I mean, they're cool. They're really they're awesome.
Why did you sign with Danger Bird?
Cash. I think when we finished the record, we just we made the record exactly how we wanted it, and we gave it to our manager, and we said, here's like a list of labels that we'd like.
They weren't on it.
They were at the bottom. No, I'm just kidding, Jeff. Just kidding. I love you guys.
Yeah, we basically just made a list, and so they were one of the labels that got us a copy of the CD, and they called after like a couple songs. And some people didn't like it, some people did, and they loved it and made an offer right away, which is a good sign because it's a weird record. I only wanted to work with people that were like obsessed.
Oh, I need a guidance on the prairie. Drag me away.
That was a crazy year. I don't think any of us were expecting what happened. I think we said we'll be happy if we can sell 10,000 records, and it was
10 million.
It was like close. Yeah, it was a lot more than that, and it was, we were in London and New York, and it was a crazy whirlwind. I'm definitely glad it happened because it's given us the opportunity to just keep doing this, which is what, I fucking love my job. I love these guys.
I don't think any of us knew. Also, it's like when you put out your first record and you go like tour the world and stuff, you don't know if that's just what it's like for everyone. So, and then now it makes sense. We've been putting out records for a while now, so now I'm like, okay, actually, we were pretty lucky, or we are pretty lucky. And we have a lot of friends that are doing the same thing, and it's
Not luck, we're like way better than our friends' bands.
Well,
Yeah, all of our friends' bands are garbage.
Hey, God complex, hit me with your worst shot. That's not test these owl eyes as we multiply in this perfectly spun web of plumbing.
I ran into Dustin some time ago while I was on the road. What,
What's he said? What's he said?
He was like, fuck those guys, can't believe I was ever in that band. Just kidding, no, he was very sweet about it. He just said that he had a new thing. So tell me what really happened.
I think like a lot of relationships, people.
As we had seen
God.
wow, this is the whole interview. Yeah.
It wasn't a reference to you.
Skip track.
People just grow apart, and we grew apart from him. We have a really strong idea of what we want to do, and it's hard to find people who are down.
Why do you feel like you and Steve have stayed together? This is now 11 years, right? That you've been together. That's a hell of a marriage.
I think just because we're both, on camera we come across as quite polite and nice, but we're actually super dark, intense people, and we're not scared to expose that to anyone and each other.
Yeah.
And we can just say and do whatever we want, and he can boss me around, I can boss him around. We can be super demanding and critical of each other, and we still like to have a ton of fun. And not everyone's on that same page.
And I like what you do and how you do it.
Yeah, massive amount of mutual respect, and I have respect for the people I play music with, and I don't know.
When you're 21 at midnight, you act like a man. Look me in the eyes and say what you just said to me then. 21 at midnight, there's no song in hand. You play so hard to give away for free.
We shot a performance bit of us just playing the song, and then he printed up 10,000 shirts with each frame on the shirts, and the idea was we're gonna put on a shirt, take a picture, the next one, and each one we're like moving. You know what I mean? People, I don't know if I need to describe it.
Animation.
Stop motion.
Anyway, we spent 3 days taking shirts on and off until our nipples were just gushing blood, and then he lost it. We lost the footage, and we were like, oh great.
Well, the thing is, what I heard was I've had someone like tip me off on it. Like I ran into them at Disneyland randomly, and they tipped me off. And then I was like, they realized they shouldn't have told me what happened, and they kind of implied that a bunch of files were lost, like days and like hard drives were lost. And then so I ran into other people over the years. They're like, hey, I worked with you. I did blah 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 on like Good Night video. And I was like, oh man, it's such a shame about what happened, hey? And they would be like, oh, you know? And I'd be like, yeah. And slowly I've been getting more clues, but basically...
And this was like 5 years ago.
Basically, as recently at Taco Zone, like a few days ago, I got some more clues, and I don't want to drag anyone through the trash, but a lot of stuff was lost, and the video that it now exists is not the best shit we got at all. And I remember thinking, we spent days on this, like it's cool, but like we made our whole album for like a quarter of the cost of that one video alone, you know, like our current album. So it just goes to show that, you know, you may as well do everything with your friends, because we're all struggling trying to figure out what we're actually doing. Nobody's a professional, we're all amateurs, just some people have a little bit more experience.
I toured with the Foo Fighters and the Killers, and when I had met you previously, probably the most people you'd performed in front of was maybe like 500, and those shows must have been, what, like 30,000?
Well, we did the Weenie Roast in 2003, and we played right before Duran Duran, and that was 55,000. That was the most. That was a thrill. But we couldn't see any. We can't see any.
Apparently we're playing to 100,000 next month.
Are we opening for the Stones in Rio?
That's what they told us. That's what they told us.
At what point, though, it's like, I mean, that's insane.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter though. Like,
It doesn't matter the audience size.
well, and also when there's that many people, it's not like they all went. There's 100,000 people that were like, I'm gonna go see Hada Heat.
Yeah.
Ching. Thank you. It's. I mean, there's organization, and that's because of factors that don't really have a lot to do with our music. But when we play shows, and it's like we played Pop Scene in San Francisco the other night, and it was just sweaty and off the hook, and people just flipping out, and us just, you know, going absolutely ballistic, and it's legendary. And you know, 2 of us vomited after we played, and it's like, it was just such, you know, those are real shows, and those are real people that come to see our band. And
Those other ones we did weren't unreal.
they're cool, and lots of people come up to us and they say, oh, I saw you at that big show or whatever, but it's not like you're getting yourself accolades and going, wow, we drew that, you know. I mean, that's just part of like the rock machine, and it's great to dip your toe into it for a second, but reality is playing a club. That's a real show. We've had 1 day off. We've literally had 1 day off since March.
Yeah, we've been busy every single day. We haven't just.
And actually, I remember what I did. I got super drunk with Lou and we went to go see Shrek 4. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Even heavily intoxicated, it sucked.